city of steel and justice.
So all it took to get Mystra's attention was to learn how to reforge an artifact that once destroyed her. It's obvious when you stop to think about it. Well, I doubt it's an apology for asking me to die on her behalf. Whatever it is. If it's important enough to send Elminster, you can be damn sure she's serious. This is a conversation that's long overdue on both sides. I owe it to her to hear her out. Come what may afterwards. After you.
Are the gods truly this petty?
Mystra's likeness. It's been some time since I stood before her in a place like this.
There she stands, just as Elminster promised. Mystra, goddess of the weave, mother of all magic.
The old man wasn't lying. She's opened the summoning channel. Can't you feel it?
Gale's right. The very air around the statue crackles with magic. It sets your teeth on edge.
A stream of pure, undiluted weave. I only have to reach out, and it will carry me to Mystra, wherever she may be.
An audience with your goddess can go wrong. I should know. But do whatever you feel is best, Gale.
Time was, I'd have given my right arm for a chance to speak with Mystra again. The left one, too. Maybe a knee. Am I? You're right. I am a strong, capable wizard. And this is no more than a casual reunion with an ex-lover. My omnipotent, omniscient ex-lover. I always wonder what being nervous would feel like. I hate it. You're kind to say so, but this is hardly my first time in Mystra's presence. It's more the matter of what I'm going to say to her. During my time locked away in Waterdeep, I prepared a quite comprehensive speech for her on the subject of our former relationship and the manner in which it ended. Alas, recent events have rendered the majority of it moot, so I'm going to have to improvise. Unless you have any words of wisdom to impart before I go. Mystra's forgiveness? If you want me to claim the crown of Carcer, she'll hardly be in a forgiving mood after that. I think it's best I keep a cool head going into this. Approach it like a particularly high-risk round of 3 Dragon Ante. I'll let Mystra show her flight, and then I can see how strong a chance we stand of winning the gambit. I'll only be gone for a matter of moments. The Outer Planes experience time quite differently to our own. Wait for me. Please.
Gale of Waterdeep. You look well.
As do you. But I assume we're not here solely to exchange compliments. So why am I here?
You discovered what lies at the heart of the Absolute, the crown of Carcer. And you disobeyed my instruction. Why?
Because you had no right to ask that of me. You cast me out. Remember?
You were my lover, my chosen. Yet still you know so little of me. The past cannot be undone with self-pity, nor can a future be forged. Only with the truth will you see the way ahead. The fragment of magic you tried to return to me was not of my creation. It was the Karsite Weave. It is a corrupted, half-born magic, wrought in the brief moment Karsus ascended to godhood. It hungers for power, just as he did, and it can never be sated. You unleashed something that would consume all magic in existence, and yet you thought only of preserving yourself.
So that's what you're scared of. With the crown of Karsus reforged, I could take control of the Karsite Weave.
You can no more control the Karsite Weave than a weather vane could control a storm. That it entered your body and consumed no more than your powers was a miracle. But we will not be granted another. The only reason the orb sleeps is because I have allowed it to feed on the true weave. A temporary measure, but one that will not be enough to save us. With each day that passes, the Elder Brain threatens to become a new kind of god. Its worshippers, a scourge of soulless illithids. If you will not use the orb to end this abomination, then you must find a way to separate crown and host. When you've done this, you must surrender the crown of Karsus to me.
A great ask indeed. You've given me much to think on, as you always did.
So be it. Follow the needle of your own wisdom. We shall see how truly it leads you.
The Karsite Weave. I had no idea. Do you realize what this means? The orb is no stray piece of ordinary magic. It is something entirely different. The nascent form of a new, divine power. Of course, I couldn't control it. I was mortal. But once I reforge the crown, the power of a god will be mine to command. The orb will answer to me. Slim to none, I hope. Mystra has no right to prevent another ascending to the Pantheon. Only Ao can decide that. Let me assure you, Karsite Weave has no more inherent evil to it than a child in the womb, or an axe half forged on the blacksmith's anvil. It is a tool, ready to be shaped by its wielder, by me. And you know me to be someone of reasonably sound moral judgment, don't you? Gods, it's refreshing to share the company of someone who sees things the same way I do. All we need to do is stay focused on the task at hand. Defeating that Elder Brain. After that, you can leave the rest to me.
Gortash is a visionary, sure enough.
When I think about the poor refugees starving in Rivington, I could just weep. I believe I'll drown my tears in another brandy.
Edvard.
No. Vincent here is a wastrel and a scapegrace, but he does amuse me.
Recoup what we've lost, and that's it.
We stand with you.
Now don't believe anything Kate over there tells you. She's an awful liar.
You want the who's who and the what's what? Speak to Karis. She's always got the best goss. None of it's been wrong yet. found anything interesting in today?
You talk about the honor of your order, but what about my honor? I made a deal.
Stug, if you want to join the Vigilant Knights, you have to quit beating people up.
I'm supposed to bust up this guy what owes money to Uktar of the Guild, but Gerva says if I want to join her order, that's a no-go. But I already took the money for it from Uktar, so I gotta follow through. It's like an oath or something. And I know you understand oaths, Gerva.
What am I going to tell the Vigilant Knights, Doug? That you're knee-breaking for goodness?
Helmsgaze, you sound like a guild lawyer. You must think I'm pretty dumb. And maybe I am. Because I'm going back to return Uktar's money. Don't wait up, Gerva. Might take me a while to crawl back home with 2 busted knees. Still here, stranger? Me too. Not yet ready to face up to what I have to do, I guess.
Just one more, Stug, and then we'll go. See you, stranger.
Sickness from us all.
And how will we step into his new...
We have still watchers promenading the streets, and you're worried about the price of bread.
On days like this, I miss the forest. I used to scamper amongst my woodland friends, if you can believe it. Here, not a squirrel in sight.
Tears balls. Just lost the best job I ever had. Easy work in the upper city. But you don't care. And why should you? Sorry I said anything.
La la la, dee da dee dum dee dee, bum bum bum. Sorry, valued client, you're asking the wrong person. I don't serve drinks. I just clean up the spills and empty glasses. Talk to Alan inside.
The service here is worse than ever. What do you have to do to get a drink around here?
I heard her guts were placed on the ground in the shape of the Absolute's mark.
I always said the Elfsong was haunted.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Of course I heard about it.
Gortash, an archduke. Saw him once at a distance. Looked like too much of a pipsqueak to fill those boots.
I would love to have seen Gortash's coronation, but I would have to have skipped the after feast. I'm on a strict diet.
If Mother was still alive, the shame would...
That puffed up parvenu, Gortash, an archduke. However did they find a crown big enough for his head?
Look away. Act like you don't know me. Come on, be a pal.
Get ready! I hear this guy is really good. My buddy Roanoke almost pissed himself laughing.
If this was brewed with my bar.
I am hopeful that we shall be thoroughly entertained. I hear this fellow is monstrously droll.
Snappy dresser, that Willoughby. Though he should lose the monocle.
Welcome to the Elfsong Tavern. No, wait. That's backwards. Anyway, my dad tells the jokes here. Sometimes they're funny.
Hey, smart stuff. I'm Willoughby, the comedian. And we got a little contest here called the Laugh Riot. You want to play along? It's all about the Boffo-Yoks. We see who can tell the funniest stories, and the winner gets the prize. Great! I'll go first to show you how it's done, and then you can see if you can top me. Hello, Baldurians! You know, I wouldn't be here tonight, except my wife ran off with a cambion. That's right, I got fiend zone. We used to have a drow comedian. I had to ask her to stop casting Tasha's hideous laughter on the audience. Then I asked her how many drow it takes to light a torch, and she said, none. We have dark vision. So I killed her.
The Elfsong patrons think that one's funny. There may be hope for you yet.
Your turn, smart stuff. Knock 'em dead, but not literally. Got me? Adequate, but no better. Didn't I tell this joke already? Pig jokes are never wrong. Well done.
A single person applauds from the back of the room, probably out of pity.
Sorry, smart stuff. No joy for you, I'm afraid. But that sounds like job security for me. My wife, while she was fooling around with a wizard, she said, Mage Hand is a cantrip. He can keep casting it all night long. What's that?
Hello, old friend. Oh, so I assume I used to know everybody around town, but now I'm a new man. A worried man, a playwright who lost the will to write. Now I worry no more. Can't write a word? What does it matter?
From one warrior to another, I must say, it's just embarrassing the way the Flaming Fist lets this murderer go around killing people and getting away with it. They used to be capable enough, but they've gotten slow and lazy. Corruption makes you soft. I'd start a special crime unit. A half-dozen hard cases. Grab some likely losers in the back alleys and beat on them until we got some answers. Commander Portier says she already has some investigators she trusts. Soft-talking namby-pambies, I'd wager. But when they fail, and they will, count on it. She knows where to find Dane Gizarm, and then it'll be my turn.
I sure wouldn't want to be one of the Flaming Fists. They got the shittiest job in town. Believe me, I know something about knocking heads together.
As long as they
do their jobs.
As far as I'm concerned, Lord Gortash gets the benefit of the doubt. Until he does something obviously wrong, he's got my support. We can't afford to be squabbling with the Absolute crawling up our asses.
Do we need an archduke?
Where is that confounded mob? Yes, friend. The sixth one today. You want to be my friend? Do not regurgitate on my floor. Very well, then. No regurgitation. That's a solemn vow, and I'm going to hold you to it.
Why did we need an archduke?
If it were up to me, I'd replace all the flaming fists with steel watches. At least the big teapots don't make lewd suggestions when you pass by. They smell better, too.
Remember when we could just...
Just between us, I don't believe everything I hear from Archduke Gortash. He's entirely too slick to be trustworthy.
I've been thinking about it. No, I feel bad about all them refugees, but we just can't let them flood into the city. We'd be overwhelmed. In fact, that's probably the Absolute Army's plan. Tavern. If Mother was still alive, the shame would kill her.
If you like this kind of thing.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Roger Gherkins.
Halt, Civvy. Turn back. This is an active crime scene.
Hold on, Thornhill. I'm tired of standing here. Devella's been up there for ages. Some diversion would be welcome.
Constable Devella said she wasn't to be...
Investigator Valyria outranks her. As you were, Civvy. Fair warning, though. She's in a foul mood.
Get a move on, civilian.
The job description doesn't include be an asshole, Thornhill. Relax.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Pardon me, sir. You look prosperous. I'll bet you have someone who'd like a nice piece of jewelry. At discount price. For a good cause. A beautiful necklace. It belonged to my grandmother. I'll give it you for a bit of coin. Escape. Escape from Baldur's Gate for my husband and me. Lord Gortash wants Marek's head, so we have to get out. There's a smuggler's sloop leaving for Waterdeep with 2 berths left. But the captain wants a fortune for him. This necklace is all I have. I don't know what to say, except thank you. Thank you so much.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Welcome, traveller. Remember, this ain't the Blushing Mermaid, it's the Elfsong. So behave yourself.
Especially lazy lumps that won't catch rats.
I wonder if this was brewed with my barley.
Hello, servant ape. Would you kill those rats, please? Their presence vexes me.
Stop wasting my time. Oi! We got rats in cellar. We also got cats. But cats are useless, so how about you kill the rats? What? Giant rats? No, I do not believe it. Giant rats is silly. You did? Very clever. Good job. Yes. Here, you take this. Business today. Don't customers know there's a war
fresh
on?
Vegetables. Damn the absolute.
See Alan at the bar for drinks. I'm busier than a two-pecker goat.
Rovia burned the bouillabaisse again. And now I have to scrub the pot. Some chef he is.
She loves it when people go. Even better when she gets to shut.
Gortash, Archduke of Baldur's Gate. I hear he's moved into the penthouse at Worm's Rock. That place must cost a fortune. Per diem.
A new Archduke? Fancy. Never had one of them before.
Your Excellency. Your Eminence.
Drink up, Blas. We're celebrating. If you won't drink with me, I bet this stranger will. Right, stranger?
It's Chloe's favourite, plum prosecco. I'd rather drink almost anything else, frankly.
I'm Clovia Throaks. Pleased to meet you. Our son Gaspar has finally found himself a proper job.
Aye, security at the Steel Watch Foundry. But I still wish he'd taken up the family business.
Now, Blas, you know Gaspar never had the patience for all the stitching a tailor has to do. Sewing rabbit-skin cloaks? Well, that's all right for some, I guess, but not for our Gaspar.
No, our Gaspar preferred hanging around the guild hall. I was afraid he was going to end up as a guild bone breaker.
Good thing I introduced him to darling Tamia Holst. She straightened Gaspar out, found him a place in the foundry. Perceptive one, aren't you? Blas, the plum bubbles may have gone to my head, but I guess it's time to tell you. I'm leaving you. I'm starting a new life with Tamia. I'm going to sell the business. The money we used to start it was mine in the first place. I'm afraid that's it for Throaks for Cloaks. Oh, dear. The bottle's empty. Let's have another and talk about it.
I think I need to take a walk. In a minute.
I thought you were going for a walk, Blas.
What? Oh, you're still here. Maybe you should take the walk.
Where's that lazy belt you got to?
Oh, good. You try get fresh tomatoes in a city under siege. Anyone for links? Roger, go.
I don't think but I will if you won't have Mother was still alive.
It
looks like I'll be making for next time.
Refugees everywhere. And then what happens?
Stelmane's parlor. A place to receive clients and informants. I wonder if it's as I remember it.
It's you! Look at us! We made it to the city! We made it to the Elfsong Tavern! And you never thought I'd live to perform for the greatest audience in the realms. The entirety of Baldur's Gate. Larissa lets me practice up here when she's on shift downstairs. She's too good to me. But you... I have a bone to pick with you, oh brave adventurer. Big trouble. The most trouble you've ever been in. I've decided I'm not going to perform in the Elfsong. Mainly because only the Elfsong itself is allowed to perform. I'm going to open up a school of bards. The best in the realms. To usher in a new age of magic and musicianship. And it's because of you that I dare to dream big enough. Thank you. That means a lot. I wanted to tell you first because, well, you inspired me to do it. Here. My very first lute. Tuned to perfection. Thought you'd appreciate it when I'm rich and famous. Take care, my friend. Thank you for helping a stumbling bard in a druid's grove find her spark again. You and I are going to take this city by storm. I know it.
Your Eminence.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Or otherwise.
And then what happens? Nothing good, I bet.
And then all will perish. Ask my wife why she was fooling around with a wizard. She said, Mage Hand is a cantrip. He can keep casting it all night long.
Have you any idea how...
Lots of blood. Some pink stains, too.
Good job running the Gazette.
Bloodied ring. Guess the killer didn't want jewelry.
Oh, come now, Caris. The bullshit isn't that bad.
I don't know, Gale. I've read them out for years. This is the closest to a rag it's ever been.
It's still me, even after everything.
He's a man of too. Promised at least 100 more watches.
This wine's poisonous.
Good. The ones Gortash clears off the cultists.
Still me, even after everything.
He'll manage.
You try and get fresh tomatoes in the city,
You know why they're called steel watchers, right? They're watching to see if you're stealing.
I wonder if any of these rooms are available to rent.
Your Excellence. Your Eminence.
Get a move on, civil.
The job description.
Just lying around, you furry chunkers. Disgraceful.
But I will if you won't have some of the leek soup. It looks like I'll be making for next time.
You've got to talk to the locals if you want the true story about Stelmane's death. The Gazette would never print all the juicy details.
You eaten at the Elfsong before?
Awful, just awful. I had a stew there once that looked like it had a finger in it.
What are you doing here? This is a private home, understand?
Don't see the point.
Oh, teeth.
Hello? I wasn't expecting any guests.
But I will if you won't have some of the leek soup. It looks like
Something over there.
I heard.
Hello. Are you a tax collector? Papa told me I shouldn't talk to them if they showed up.
Now it's doubly so.
Not everyone subscribes to...
Being informed seems super stressful.
I'm never eating at the Elfsong again. What if there were bits? Ugh. Thank you from both of us. I'm sure she loves them now. All tea.
Don't read the Gazette. How do you stay informed?
At all. Don't see the point. Staying informed seems super stressful.
Hearing you say that stresses me out more than the Gazette, mate.
Wow. Not seen someone like you before. Not even in the Gazette's illustrations.
Sorry, mate. Trying to have a conflab here. No offense.
Yeah, this edition looks better than ever.
Better than ever. With all the articles.
Thank the gods. I should have known you'd make it to the city all right. But you never know. I'm shocked by my good fortune, quite honestly. Rent is fair, and the setup is just what I need to start making a living again. Without you, I'd be dead in a ditch twice over. Instead, I have my own smithy in the city. At least, until the Absolute's army mows us down. But hey, anything could happen in the meantime. Optimism, right?
Diabolic forge.
Can't keep me out.
A suggestive nod. Single too long. Whatever's behind that lock, it's being what?
All right. I don't Don't see the point. Staying informed seems...
up a loved one's grave with a broom.
A crime's been committed, and this guards decide perhaps offering a bribe wasn't the best way to prove your innocence. Your stealing has caught someone's attention. What will you do? Your generous offer is graciously accepted.
Gazette, mate.
All's well that ends not as bad as it could have.
Here lies the Houndmaster of the Durenbolts, surrounded by his loyal pack, good boys and girls all.
What's that? Not a chance I'll fit in there.
I have a lot on my mind and, well, in it.
Here lies Lord Gregorian Gorion, first High Constable of Baldur's Gate, the city's protector.
am not leaving until Lily has a goddamned coffin. I'm sorry, but our baby girl... Our baby...
I know, love. I know. If you're here for a burial, good luck. The carpenter around back claims there's a backlog. We asked for a child-sized coffin. But I said it'll take a month.
7 years of age. And murdered. What kind of monster hurts a little girl?
Shush, love. We're going to get Lily a coffin, all right? Give her the burial she deserves.
I understand. I will do what I can. Death's blessings upon you. I am Mortark's sire, devotee of Kelemvor. I pray you find comfort among the dead, as I do. To rid ourselves of the coils of flesh is a beautiful thing.
I'm sorry for your loss, but it will be a 10-day before I can take your departed. Maybe more. If you notice any odours before then, treat the body with jasmine, honeysuckle, whatever you can get. I deal with the dead, but the Mortark tends to them and the living who mourn them. If you have any concerns about strange goings-on, kindly speak to her. She patrols the graveyard. Good day.
What is that noise? Breathe it in. The damp, the decay. The smell is sweeter than roses. For death is a gift worth cherishing.
Mortark, do you know of another graveyard we could use?
I do, but they struggle as we do. You'll not find a casket for your daughter there.
They got the bad man, Mum, so we're safe now. You don't have to worry about me. I'll be okay.
I will do what I can.
They got him, honey. They got the bastard that did this to you.
Flowers, every colour of the...
Keep a lookout. The Mortark don't take kindly to raising the dead, but I won't be long, I promise. My big brother, Garrett. He got killed by that murderer guy, but I'm gonna fix him. Now, keep watch. Exorde me, Merkel. Resuscita frater meam. Immorte ad me redigo eo.
The air crackles with power before fizzing out. The child has power but lacks control.
Oh, you're close, Merkel. I can feel your shadow. Give my brother back, please. The Mortarch said the same thing. But I miss him. A lot. Fine. I won't try again. For now, at least.
What's the point in having magic if I can't save you?
Would Sarah like some flowers? They do a wonder at brightening up a grave. I bring fresh ones to my husband's every few days.
I'm not. My husband was an arse.
But he gave me 3 beautiful kids, so the old goat gets flowers. I get them up by Bloombridge. A druid lives that way, so you know they're extra fresh. They're not for the dead, they're for the living. Same with funerals, coffins, all of it. I put flowers on my husband's grave for me, to remember the good from the bad. We get on better now than when he was still alive. Brighten up a loved one's grave with a bouquet, freshly picked.
You're not allowed to play here. It's not respectful.
We must play here. This is where they like to hide.
But it's not allowed. Why are you being stupid?
Is this part of the game?
You're going to be in so much trouble.
What is that noise? Have people no respect for the dead?
He won't listen to me. I told him it's naughty to play in graveyards.
Come out, sister. I will find you.
An air of decay hangs over the stooped beggar's form. The smell of rot, the smell of death.
Sister always hides from me. She likes to play. In the ground, over there. Some people covered her in dirt, but I will find her again. I can't leave her out here alone. Sister is always happy to see me. She told me so. She will smile so much when I find her.
Lily. My sweet girl.
Shush, honey. The Mortarch is here.
Do not stem your cries. Sob, roar, scream. Do what you must in the tangles of grief. I will...
Fully booked. And no, I don't care if your loved one was drowned, strangled, or butchered. I'm not making you a coffin. Why? Because they have a dead kid. Welcome to half the city. Now, you want to bump someone else to the back of the queue? Fine, but it'll cost you. I'd make the damn thing myself, not bother good, hard-working people who are barely making ends meet. Now, bugger off and let me do my damn job. The city is going to be nothing but ghosts at this rate.
Admitted to the city must interference with flaming fist property.
Normal citizens strung up to die by the city. A real people's broadsheet.
You'll not find any fear-mongering here. We're an honest publication.
And how will we step into this new and brilliant world?
Just want us to go home.
One day we will. But not yet.
Not a word on all the thefts and murders happening right on our doorstep.
That awful fashion disaster you're wearing.
I dress well.
Do you know how hard it was to get those cabbages into the city? Nigh on impossible.
Tash has everything under control. Haters like you ruining morale. What are you gonna do?
We're not lost. Just taking in the view before continuing on our way.
The lower city's a bloody warren. I'm surprised anyone can find their way around.